History is full of strange events, but some coincidences are so bizarre they defy explanation. In this video, we're diving into 10 uncanny historical coincidences you won't believe actually happened. 1. The Lincoln-Kennedy coincidences. Let's start with one of the most famous, the Lincoln-Kennedy coincidences. Both presidents were assassinated on a Friday, succeeded by a man named Johnson, and had secretaries linked to each other's names. Their assassin John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald were both known by three names. 2. Mark Twain predicted his death. Mark Twain had an uncanny connection to Halley's Comet. He was born when it passed Earth in 1835 and boldly predicted he'd die during its next appearance. Sure enough, he passed away in 1910, right as the comet returned. 3. The Titanic and Futility. In 1898, 14 years before the Titanic's tragic sinking, a novel called Futility eerily predicted the event. The fictional ship Titan was nearly identical to the Titanic, right down to hitting an iceberg and sinking because of too few lifeboats. The parallels are chilling. 4. A falling baby saved twice. In the 1930s, Joseph Figlock saved a baby who fell from a two-story building. Incredibly, a year later, the same baby fell from the same window, and Figlock was there to catch it again. 5. The Hoover Dam's first and last deaths. Construction of the Hoover Dam started and ended with tragedy. The first death was J.G. Tierney in 1922, and the last was his son, Patrick Tierney, 13 years later, on the exact same day. 6. A tale of two brothers in a taxi. In Bermuda, two brothers met a chilling fate a year apart. Both were riding the same moped when they were struck by the same taxi, driven by the same person, carrying the same passenger. Can you imagine the odds? 7. The curse of Tamerlane's tomb. When Soviet archaeologists opened Tamerlane's tomb in 1941, they found a warning: "Whoever disturbs my tomb will unleash an invader more terrible than I." Days later, Hitler's Operation Barbarossa began, leading to devastating losses in the Soviet Union. 8. Edgar Allan Poe's prophecy. Edgar Allan Poe's 1838 novel described a shipwreck where a cabin boy named Richard Parker was cannibalized. Decades later, this became reality when a cabin boy with the same name suffered the same fate after a real shipwreck. 9. The bullet that found its mark. In 1883, a man survived an assassination attempt when a bullet lodged in a tree. Years later, when he blew up the tree with dynamite, the same bullet fatally struck him. 10. The presidents who died on July 4, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, two founding fathers, both died on July 4, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. 5 years later, James Monroe also passed on the same date. Coincidence or destiny? These coincidences prove that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating history.